Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Andrew. This is Grow Tropical MK. I'm going to do a little tour today, or a sort of tour. It's before 9 o'clock in the morning. I've never done anything like this at this time, but I got up early, so I'm feeling a bit more awake. Looking at this main bed here, you can see it's popping with colour. It is actually peak colour at the moment, so things are only on a downward spiral from now on. You see the crocosmia, it's just past looking its best, but the canna lilies, they're all on show now. Peak growth, I'm looking at about mid-October time. That's for when more of the greener things in the garden start to get to their max height for the year, and will start their decline then as well. So it's not all sad times. It's not all sad times. There's been a lot of growth this year, especially with things like the loquat tree centre. It's put on a lot of mass, maybe a foot in height, over the last couple of years since it was planted. It's nicely established now, so it's not dropping lots of leaves as it did in previous tours. Got the Magnolia grandiflora in the middle, which is also putting on considerable height this year, and the waggy palm next to it, looking super healthy and popping out lots of new fronds as well. What I like about this view in the garden behind the cabin, you can see the green of the eucalyptus tree in the background. That's near one of the main IDRs in Milton Keynes. Love the way it kind of extends my garden further than it actually is, or gives that perception. A lot of my neighbours don't actually have much planted in their gardens anymore. A huge willow tree was removed from across the way that kind of hid the roofs. Hopefully they'll plant something else soon. Otherwise I'll give them a bit of free bamboo to get themselves going. But all looking beautifully green. The bamboos all popping up these new culms. Oh, and I've got something to show you in a minute. Some purchases that I made from Pan Global Plants and Desert to Jungle. Some very nice bamboos. The lighting's very different at this time of morning, as the sun's coming from a different direction. So it's nice to capture this. I'll see it on my September tour if I can do an evening one. I feel that's probably when the light is best in my garden. That's a crazy little bug. I have no idea what it is. The garden has brought an abundance of wildlife about this year, full of bees, full of butterflies, whereas last year it was very void of those type of things. So it's really good that we've got a bit of nature on the go. Whatever that is, it's just stopped. So for all the keen moth fans, I think that's a moth. You know what that is? Do let me know. Beautiful greens. And things like this yellow crocosmia giving it a bit of colour. The liatris has died, has started dying off a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to later on chop these back to the base. We may get another reflowering. Canna's all popping out now. Steely blues of this Yucca rostrata, blue swan. Some huge heights on this Miscanthus giganticus grass now. Let's have a close-up of the loquat. This mash you can see here, it's all pretty much new growth. They're filling out nicely. And creating a good amount of privacy from in front of the cabin just here. As things grow in my garden, it's creating lots of new angles, nice angles to film from. Like this kind of arch that I see forming here, and over the years to come I feel it'll be more defined. Well, I'll certainly shape it that way. The bronze underleaves, the Magnolia grandiflora. Lovely tetrapanax. I'm going to show you something that I've never seen before. I know what it is. You've got this unusual leaf here, and that one there. They're actually called flag leaves. What the tetrapanax does before it flowers, it puts out these leaves. As I said, I haven't experienced this before. Never experienced a flower. I think they look a bit similar to Patio japonicas, but we will see. Something that's never flowered in my garden. This is in its third year. Canna tropicana or Canna durban. Lovely flower, but it took a long time getting there. Lots of new culms coming on the golden bamboo. You can see the new leaves forming there as well. A transplant palm. It's put in this position a couple of years back. It's now putting on substantial new growth on top. The leaves were very yellowy for a number of years, but now they've greened up real nice. My largest chunk of Miscanthus giganticus. I'd say it's 3 meters tall now, and still got more to go. Still got more in the tank. Nasturtiums, a bit disappointing this year, but I have seen a few flowers popping out. We'll show you as we go. Here is one of the grapes. It's one of my favourite things in the garden at the moment. A delivery from Nick at Pan Global Plants. This is Borinda nujaniensis. So it's from Yunnan in China. High altitude bamboo. It's got these very graceful thin leaves on it. And this is actually a blue bamboo. I'll show you some of these new culms. Just looking for these to develop that bit further. I've got a lot of golden bamboo that was here in my garden when I first moved in, and the idea is just to replace some of this with more interesting varieties over time, hence the reason for picking that one up. Well, I find I fall in and out of love with plants all the time. I was massively into collecting scheffleras. However, my love for scheffleras has fallen a little bit. Not completely out of love with them, but I've been following a group called Bamboo UK for a good amount of time. It's inspired me to start looking at more rare bamboos again. Love having something that not everyone else has growing in my garden. The salvia hot lips is popping out lots of new growth at the moment. Did really bad last year. More of those Canna tropicanas. I swear that shield bug was on it yesterday in the same spot. But you can see this one's about to pop out that flower too. Tetrapanic steroidal giant. No flag leaves on that one. Indian bean tree looking very full, very healthy. And the new bed here is looking superb in the morning sunlight. This is easily the gunnera that's doing best in the garden. I love the way this has developed. I mean, at the beginning of the year, it was all just a drainage project, but now it's really filling out superbly. A lot of my plants have bounced back here. They were doing terrible in the last tour. So we've got the Regersia, and we've got a lot of impatiens. All coming back nicely. Some more impatiens there. You can see the Salvia amistad popping out lots of new flowers. And this canna lily is really loving being in this raised bed, and it's got the tallest out of all of my canna lilies, even though it started its development as the smallest. Something about being in a raised bed they definitely like. I've only ever grown this zebra grass to maybe 10 inches tall. This is around about 2 foot. It's really looking fantastic. As is the cordyline Charlie boy in the background. I can never pronounce this, but it's the chocolate mimosa. Putting on some new growth as well. My patio plants area. Centerpiece olive tree, complete with olives. Looking very green, very hard, but my daughter, she loves olives. She will be trying them, I'm sure, regardless of her taste. Nasturtiums that seem to be doing best are in this pot here, along with this mix of petunias. The Arundodonyx grasses are now all starting to come through. Not my favourite grass, that's why I tend to keep it at the back. And this is what I'm going to show you. It's a desert to jungle. Rob, he sent me this, and this is Yunnan 2. It's not like a sequel, it's that's what its actual name is, but it's from the same place as the nujaniensis. And although it's another Borinda papyrifera, it's It's not so blue in colour, but I do love the colour of these culms. And we have a fresh culm coming up here, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what the colour of that one is too. Really cool bend on one of the canes. Yeah, I am literally just ecstatic about these and hoping to develop my bamboo collection a little bit further this year. It's got longer leaves than the nujaniensis. It looks stark, and it's a stark difference from most of the other bamboos in my garden. It's that time where I need to get to work, so I'll leave it there, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that today. I haven't gone into much detail about the plant names, but if you see something that I haven't mentioned, put a timestamp on it and I'll tell you what it is. Thanks for watching, and if you got this far, you must have liked something about it, so if you haven't subscribed, do hit that subscribe button. Have a great day, everyone.